Always messing with my hair. Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope you caught my live earlier. It was a real quick one though because I was running behind and I wanted to give you my review on the oh, I'm sorry. I'm distracted. A child just walked past me. Okay, I wanted to give y'all a review earlier on Love and Hip Hop. And I also wanted to give you a review on Basketball Wives because I watched both of them last night. But I figured instead of doing both reviews tonight, I would just break it up. So if you didn't catch the live earlier this afternoon, make sure you check that out for that real quick, brief recap of Love and Hip Hop. So everybody just come on in, sit down, join the chat while we discuss the latest episode of Basketball Wives. Now, always before I do a recap of the most latest episode, I always go back a little to the one before that. So, just a tiny recap from the episode before last night. It ended with Evelyn. She had went to see her doctor because Evelyn and her ex Carl, they were planning to have children, and so they had some frozen embryos that they were going to use to have some children, but then they broke up, and so Evelyn was consulting with her doctor because I guess she was kind of unsure what to go or what direction to go with the frozen embryos. And Carl, I guess he had um, decided that he didn't want them to. Basically, he thought they should get rid of them. And so Evelyn consulted with her doctor, and so she agreed and with Carl that basically they would just get rid of the embryos. So she's kind of sad about that because she really really wanted to have a kid or two, which she said in the last episode. And then also Jackie goes to counseling. And so both of them, last episode, that's how it ended. Evelyn went to see her doctor. Jackie went to a counselor to help her get through a lot of things that she's been going through as well. So now we're on the latest episode, which was last night, and there was so much stuff going on last night. So many laughs and giggles. These ladies be having me hollering, like seriously hollering. Um, Jackie, for some reason, she introduces the girls to OG. She brings her into the group. A couple of episodes this new season, basically. And she wanted to spend a little time with her and also Malaysia. So they all went out to go shopping. And Malaysia and OG, Jackie says the reason why she wants them to meet and get to know each other better is because she thinks that they both have the same type of spirit. Like their spirits are kind of alike. I don't know how she figured that. I've been watching this show for a long time, and although OG is new and we really at this point in time don't know her too well or what she's all about besides the fact that she plays football, um, I don't see where her and Malaysia has anything in common, especially after they were at the out shopping and everything that OG picked out, like all the outfits and everything. Malaysia was like she needs help. Her with her wardrobe, with her attire, and also the shirt that she had on. Did you guys see the shirt that she had on? OG, the shirt it had like the mm, well, the outsides were, well, she didn't have a bra on for one. and which is common for a lot of people, especially them ladies. But like it had like the size was out on the sides, and her stuff, boobs and stuff looked like it was about to fall out. So anyway, that's just one area where they totally differ because Malaysia and her don't meet anywhere, not even in the middle with wardrobe attire, or even with their personalities. They're totally different. So I don't know. I don't know what Jackie's thinking, which is probably why she's in therapy now. So, and then, anywho, so they're getting to know each other, and Malaysia's talking to her about, asking her about her football career, seeing, what type of football she plays, and OG explains to her, we play tackle football, but it's kind of like beach volleyball where we wear skimpy little clothes, and so, anywho, at the end of that, then when OG goes off to try on an outfit, which also the outfit was just horrible. I don't know. She does need a new person for a wardrobe, and also to help her with the way she dressed. So as she's leaving to go or walking away to try on some clothes, Malaysia, she asked Jackie, like, why did you bring her into the group? Why did you introduce her into the group? And she's like, you must got tired of jumping over tables because y'all know Jackie would, well, not lately, but Jackie will jump a table in a heartbeat to get at somebody because she had a quick temper. So I guess Malaysia's like, oh, you brought OG into the group because she's a football player and she's, tough and everything because you tired of jumping over tables. She's like, no, no, I just think you guys, get along and I think you guys should go out again and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, at the end of that scene, they go off and um, then we have Shawnee. Well, I'm sorry, Evelyn and Shawnee's. I always call her daughter Shawnee because her name sounds just like Shawnee. So, but her name is Shawnee's, and so Evelyn is talking to Shawnee's, her daughter, discussing her, giving her little details about her and Carl's breakup, and letting her know that she's still trying to decide what to do with the embryos because they're frozen. And her daughter, Shanice, it was so funny. She was like, oh, they're frozen? So you mean they're in the refrigerator? Like, looking at the refrigerator, and she's like, no, they're not in our refrigerator, daughter. So she was trying to explain to her that, they were frozen, but her and Carl had decided, that they were going to discard the embryos. And, she knows she's making the right choice, even though it's kind of hard to move on without him and without knowing that they will be able to have children together. But she definitely doesn't want to keep the embryos and use them and have his child because basically, like her daughter said, the kids would look probably like Carl. I mean, they'll probably look like Evelyn too, but the children might look like Carl. And then on top of that, Carl is like, he wants them discarded anyway. I'm sure he doesn't want no children out there looking like him or no children thinking he's, they've been abandoned by their father or whatnot. So I think what she did in this situation, being that it wasn't like some random sperm donor or anything like that, where she could be like, oh, well, I'm going to still have these children or whatnot, or just change her mind whenever she want while they're frozen. But since they're broke up, yeah, I think she did make the right decision about that. So, and then she says, maybe one day I still have a chance of getting pregnant naturally. Me, as far as, that goes, I don't know. She has a daughter. Her daughter's, she would basically be starting all over. She's up there in age. I don't know exactly how old she is, but I want to say she's close to 50. So, And that is around the age where a lot of women, start having difficulties having children, and they have to go through the process getting embryos and all that whatnot. So I think she should just be happy, she has a child, her child is healthy. If you get pregnant, you get pregnant. If not, if not. But, you know, so just put it that way. Now, so what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think she's making the right decisions, discarding those embryos? I mean, they are just embryos, so it's not like getting an abortion where, you're so many months pregnant or a doctor tells you have only so many months to change your mind or anything like that. Or do you think that she should have kept the embryos? So let me know what you think. You can always put some down in the comments, comment on anything about the show, or what you think about anything about any of the characters or the cast. And also make sure you like this video, and also make sure you share this video with your friends so you can follow me and you can get all my notifications when I do go live. Now, moving on, we're gonna get to Byron and Cece. Now, Cece, I I need to really check to see what race she is. I can't remember. Pretty lady though, and she has a spa. And they do massages and things like that at her spa. And so she's still kind of upset about what happened a few episodes ago with the ladies joking around about her spa. Saying how a lot of times people say at those type of spas where they get massages, all that kind of stuff, that sometimes they really be doing other things with customers or making money other ways. And so they were joking about that. Jen and them was joking about that, a few episodes back, saying that she probably really give guys happy endings, and you know what happy endings are. And so she's still kind of reeling from that and kind of upset. So she's discussing it with her guy, Byron, while they're kickboxing. And he's basically telling her, I'm getting tired of hearing about these ladies, and it's nothing but negativity, and you bring it home and you're like, this one did this one said this one did this. So anyway, he's kind of tired of the situation too. And so the next scene that happens is Evelyn and Malaysia and OG, they go out for a drinks. And Malaysia, when they were out shopping, she was saying basically to Jackie, I think I really might want to, have drinks with her and try to get to know her a little better. She seems funny, things like that. So she don't see nothing wrong with hanging out with her again because Jackie suggested it. I think you guys should hang out again. I think Jackie's losing her mind again. But so they do hang out again, and it doesn't go pretty well. First off, when OG walks in, I don't know what she had on. It looks like a nightie, some PJs. That's what it looked like she had on to me. And then her boobs were hanging all the way down, and Evelyn was like, I just can't stop staring at what she got on. I mean, this outfit, this get up, she really needs help. And she's talking about her lipstick and her makeup, and talking about her wig. Now, mind you, this is off. This is off camera when it's Evelyn saying all this, talking about her wig. And so she comes in and she sits down and they're chatting, and you know the conversation comes up from OG about asking Evelyn, what's up with you and Jackie? Why you guys, what's up with y'all? Why you're not getting along? Or do y'all have a problem? Do y'all have some kind of beef? And you see Malaysia, she's like, you know, making noises, with her throat and coughing and stuff, basically, you know what that usually means. When somebody does that, they trying to get you to be quiet or be careful what you about to say, or just drop it. So OG, she just keeps on talking to Evelyn, trying to figure out, what's the tea. And Malaysia's still like, so OG's looking at her like, what's wrong with you? Why you keep making those noises? And Malaysia's basically telling her like, you're supposed to be Jackie's friend. You just met all of us. You really don't know anybody, but you're asking questions about Jackie, who's supposed to be your friend, behind Jackie's back, and asking Evelyn, what's the beef with you and Jackie. And I guess she didn't see what the issue was with that. And Malaysia's like, well, if that's your friend, Jackie, if she wants you to know, she would have told you. And I'm thinking the same thing. Like, if this is your friend, I don't know how close they are, or if they, have a lot of talks about the ladies in the group and about all the beefs and everything. But I'm thinking too, like, did Jackie tell you something and you're just verifying, or did she not tell you something and you just want to know what's the tea, what's the beef? But I kind of see Malaysia point there, as far as that's your friend, why don't you just ask Jackie? And so Malaysia's like, and that's my friend too, so I don't want you to be messy. Just coming into the group being messy and asking about, Jackie behind her back, whatever. So anyway, I guess OG, she feels kind of offended about that. And so OG says basically after that, she calls I'm sorry, Malaysia calls OG a traitor because she thinks, she shouldn't be going behind Jackie's back or whatnot. And so OG's basically like, I'm getting sleepy. I guess she just got tired of the back and forth and she just wants to get out of there before it gets too heated. And so she tells them, I'm getting sleepy. And besides that, I need to go home and take my man some food. And so you and the wig, now she's talking to Evelyn. And she says, if you watch the episode, you see the wig that Malaysia had on, and it had some bangs going across, some really thick, full bangs. And she said, you and the wig can stay here. And so Malaysia's like, I know you're not talking about my wig. And she said, your wig is coming off. And she said, I can see it coming off. And so OG says, no, you can't. You can't see nothing with them bangs on your forehead. And so Malaysia cracked me up. She was like, yeah, okay, my bangs I might have a full bang and everything, but your hair done already left, then already ran off and met you at the car. I'm like, oh my god. But her hair, I mean, you have to have seen the hair. It did look like Evelyn said it looks like she had on two weaves. Like, I don't know what was going on. It looks like she had some braids at the top, and then it looked like another piece underneath snatched under. I don't know. I don't know. If you didn't see it, check out the reruns, or if you DVR'd it, check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. And so Evelyn was like, it looks like her hair is trying to leave her and trying to say bye and run off. Oh my god. And so after that, um the next scene, where we at? What happened next? And so then after that, Jackie and Evelyn, um they went, well, with Malaysia. They went to the theater because I guess Jackie, I didn't know that she used to act, or she's been acting since she was 7, she said. So she thinks that, getting back in the theater will help her, get through some of the issues that she's been going through. And so she invited Evelyn, and she also invited Tammy. I'm sorry, Malaysia. And so basically Malaysia's there for just for support. But I'm sorry. Did I say Evelyn? I meant Tammy. She invited Tammy because Tammy's been acting for years. So she figured, Tammy could, they could rehearse together and they should take a few classes and whatnot. And she invited also Malaysia there as well. And so after they did kind of like some little rehearsing and everything, Malaysia basically says that she wants to have a wig party. And so she's like, I want to have a wig party and I'm going to invite everybody. And I'm also going to invite OG. Now, I guess because of the wig situation, I guess she's doing this to get back at OG or maybe trying to be funny, maybe trying to talk about the fact they already tore her down about her clothes and her wig and everything else. So I guess they want to bring her to the wig party to try to show her how it's really done because her wig was just played out. And so Malaysia lets them know. And then Tammy says, with these girls, the problem they have mainly, and I agree, is that they do a lot of talking, behind each other's back, and make a lot of jazz behind each other's back, but they never like, I guess, be more like her is what she was trying to say. Just say it with your chest. They say a lot of stuff behind people's back, but don't say enough to people's faces. So she was like, shoot, why are you gonna invite her to a wig party? Just tell her straight up, homegirl, you need to step your wig game up. Now, that is something that Tammy would probably tell somebody, but she's like, okay, Tammy's in that point where she's more laid back, and it looks like, I don't know, Tammy just seems like she matured a lot since she first started on a TV show because, Tammy, she was a firecracker, and I'm not saying that she don't or won't pop off or go off on anybody, but she's more relaxed and calm now. She kind of like just sit back and watch other people start fireworks, but she was telling her, just tell her that her wig, she needs to get some help with her wigs. But I think when Evelyn had invited, when she had went to the beach and she had invited Jen, um she just, I guess her and Jen has been getting a little closer, and they've been supporting each other, which we're going to talk about a little later because I think Tammy does have a, problem with that. But so Evelyn invites Jen to the beach because she wants to sit down and discuss with her, about how she's been feeling about her embryos and how they have to discard them, and about her and Carl breaking up. And it's really sad. She brings like some butterflies, and I'm thinking at first I'm thinking I see beach, sundresses, blanket on the sand, picnic basket. I'm thinking that Evelyn's about to pull out some wine, some grapes, some strawberries, some sandwiches, something. They about to have a picnic on the beach. But she opens the picnic basket up and she has like some butterflies that she wants to release in the air as, I guess, it's supposed to be meaning that she's releasing the embryos, or instead of saying discarding, she's, releasing them back to, I don't know, in a sense, like she's releasing them back to heaven or letting go. And butterflies also mean, you know starting over, letting go of certain situations, brand new. So she's basically at that point in her life. Well, she does have to let go of the past, and it means, just moving forward. So I thought that was really nice that Jen was there to support her and, you know, help her release the butterflies and everything like that. So that was really nice. It's kind of a little emotional. But and Jen tells her, I'm proud of you. You're doing good. This is going to basically set you up and help you heal and move forward. So that's good for Jen being there for her friend. So, while Tammy, um, then after that, the next scene is Tammy and OG, and they're at the nail shop and they're getting their nails done, and Tammy is asked about Reggie, like what's up with Reggie? How's everything going on? OG asks her about that. And Tammy's like, Reggie's, been dealing with planning her a surprise proposal. And I'm like totally confused here. Like if it's a surprise, anything. Birthday party, proposal, a gift, engagement, anything. Are you really supposed to know? So I'm like, if he's planning to propose to you or surprise, I don't get why is why do you know that he's planning a surprise proposal to you? Is not a surprise because every time you turn around, if you're with your fiance or you're, well, he hasn't proposed yet, but they've been discussing getting married. So they have discussed getting married and, what kind of ring. She told him what kind of ring she likes, and, basically she's like, I don't want you to get me some kind of ring that I already had or, stuff like that. But still, surprised. So when it happens, you're just gonna be like, for me, yes, I do. Just anyway, moving along. So, now we're back at the wig party, and everybody comes in. Malaysia, she's there, of course, and she's with her wig maker. I think she had her name was Jane. Yeah, her name was Jane. And so they're at the wig party and they're waiting for everybody to come in. And the first one who shows up is Jackie. And then everybody kind of strolls in after that. Shawnee, Jennifer, Evelyn. And Evelyn's like, because her and Jackie ain't been seeing eye to eye. So she's like, long as Jackie stay out of my face, then, everybody, everything will be cool. They don't have to get along. They can be civil. She knows how to act and be cordial and all that. OG shows up and Tammy's like, oh, just everybody's trying on wigs right now. And OG's like, I haven't talked to Malaysia in a minute. Ever since they had got into it, when they were throwing jabs about each other's wigs and talking about OG's wig looked like it just wants to run off. So she haven't talked to her since then. But she would like to sit down and have a conversation with Jen and see if they can, come to terms or agree to disagree or, just basically be cordial to each other and stuff and move forward. So Kristen shows up, and Kristen also has an issue with OG. If you remember, OG had a pool party, and Kristen and her had got into it. And when Kristen was trying to leave because she just wanted to remove herself from the scene, she tells OG and them that she's gonna go home and go home to her husband. And OG's like, "Where's your husband?" Or and she's like, "At home with our daughter." And OG was like, "Are you sure? Or is he really?" So Kristen was like, you know what? Anyway, so she just left. But that I thought that was, that was really rude because she was basically insinuating like her husband was doing something else. He's not really home with your daughter, or he's really not watching her, and he's out doing something that he shouldn't be doing. So Kristen was really pissed off about that. And so she left. And so basically, when Kristen came in, she sees OG and she's like, I'm not trying to argue with anybody. She stay in her corner, I stay in my corner, and everything will be cool. So everybody's trying on wigs. And I really, really like the one that Jen had on. It was a blonde one. I thought that was really pretty. It really looked good on her. And also the wig that they had OG try on. I think it was either black or dark brown. And even Tammy's wig, she had on a blonde wig, and I thought those was really nice. So that wig maker Jane, she makes some really nice wigs. Um, Now, while they're all trying on wigs, oh, and I did not like Tammy's wig though, the red one. They said she looked like Rihanna, but no, I did not like that red wig. But everybody else, they was looking real cute in their wigs and having fun trying their wigs on. And Cece shows up. Now, Cece is the one who is has the spa, and she was upset with the ladies because they were making jokes, and she was like, you guys, this is my business. You could damage my business, mess with my coins by putting it out there that we be doing other stuff, that we shouldn't be doing in here, like giving happy endings. And again, you do know what happy endings are. I don't have to explain that. And so she's still kind of upset about that, but she comes in and she's like asking OG. I'm sorry. And she comes in and she's like talking to OG and asking her, about her party. And basically, well, hold on, let me back up, let me back up, let me back up. First of all, OG, she wants to talk to Malaysia. So she pulls her to the side and asks her, can she talk to her and holler at her for a minute? And basically, she wants to apologize and tell her, she didn't really mean to attack her and, talk about her wig and tell her there was nothing wrong with her wig. And, she didn't mean to talk negatively about her and her character. And Malaysia's like, well, I accept your apology, but when you say you didn't really mean to attack my character, you really did. And OG's like, well, there was nothing wrong with your wig, but off camera, she was like, what she really wants to tell her is you can shove your wigs, da 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 da, where she can shove her wigs. But anyway, so Malaysia says she can just go around and look at some wigs and see if there's anything she likes. And as a matter of fact, she tells her, I think there's a wig that you might like that I got for you. And that's the wig that I said I like. I really think that wig suited her compared to the one that she showed up to when she met her and Jackie for drinks. This one fitted her so much better. And so everybody likes the wig, and everybody's like, oh, this one's just nice, it's real pretty. And they ask Kristen, how do you like the wig? Do you like it? And she's like, no. Real attitude. She was like, no. But you know why? Because she's still upset about what OG said. So Kristen basically, she decides, she want to step to her, and she's like saying off of camera, saying off camera that, because these girls, they say a lot of stuff off camera that they don't say to their faces. And so she's like, she made some really unnecessary comments about my husband, and I want to talk to her because she was wrong for that, and she needs to say it was wrong, and, she hurts my feelings. And so Jackie tries to explain to Cece when Cece gets in there why OG and Kristen aren't getting along. And so then they're like, what is they over there whispering about? And OG says to Jackie, basically, is this how it always is? Is you guys always divided? And her and Tammy is like, yeah, this how it always is. I'm used to it. Tammy's like, this is how it normally is. What else could it be? And so she said all she cares about really is the fact that when I was saying that earlier, Jen was on the beach with Evelyn. She was like, well, Jen and Evelyn is all cool now and all buddy buddy, close and everything. And she's like, if she's going to be both of our friends, I just feel like she needs to spread, her friendship around. So I'm thinking Tammy is just kind of maybe feeling kind of left out because her and Jen maybe used to hang out more or talk more or on the phone or whatnot. But I think she's feeling some type of way, and I really think that her and Jen probably needs to have another discussion about that because they did discuss it before. But as you can tell from the last episode, she does seem like she's in her feelings. So she says she just needs to spread, you know, basically spend more time with both of them instead of so much time with Evelyn. So then Cece, she was the last one to come in. So she's asking OG about the pool party. How was your pool party? And OG is like, company was calling me bitches and disrespecting me in front of my friends and da 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 da. And that's when Tammy was like, why are you guys whispering? And OG is like, well, I'm just telling her, what happened, what happened at the party. And so Kristen, that's when she jumps in, like, basically, what happened at the party? You said some unnecessary stuff about me. And she's like, no, I didn't say anything unnecessary about you. And she's like, yeah, you did. You were talking about my husband. And so she was like, OG was like, no, you the one who brought up your husband and da 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 da. She was like, no, you were the one who said what you said about my husband, insinuating that he wasn't really at home, tending to our daughter. And you was wrong for that. And so everybody else is like, well, how could you forget if you said some stuff like that? If you said some stuff about somebody's husband. And so anyway, OG's acting like she didn't do anything wrong. And so Kristen is trying to step to her, like a woman. I came in, I didn't really speak to you. So hi, how are you? How you doing? And OG just kind of brushes her off. I'm listening. So anywho, they get into it, and she's basically saying, you know, when you were talking to me when I was leaving, you were basically brought up my when I brought up my husband and said that I was leaving and going home to my husband. And Kristen said basically, you told me, is he really? When I told you that he was at home with my daughter. And OG's like, whatever, you just trying to, you just look like a desperate housewife right now. Basically, OG's denying. Now somebody needs to show her a copy of the last episode because she did say that, but she's trying to play it off. I don't know. Maybe she was tipsy. They drink a lot of wine on that show. So maybe she was tipsy and she really don't remember. But she did say that when she said, I'm going home to my husband. And OG was like, your husband, where is he? At home with my daughter. Oh, is he? So basically insinuating that her husband is not, it's like he's cheating on her or something like that. So anyway, after going back and forth, they basically squash it. as usual. She tells her that she just looks like a desperate housewife and she just needs a drink. And Kristen's like, I'm just thirsty. And OG's like, you are thirsty, trying to act like she's thirsty for attention. And so Tammy's like she said before, if if y'all get into it, I'm gonna be just sitting over to the side laughing my ass off. So Tammy's over there and she's like, "Oh my god, I hope OG's hair or her wig is sewed in or glued in." Because she's like, Kristen has some nice hair, and if y'all start pulling hair, ain't no telling what we gonna find under OG's wig. Oh man, I'm telling you, them and them darn wigs. So anywho, Kristen's like, okay, let's squash this. You respect me and my relationship. I respect your relationship. You don't say anything about me. I don't say anything about you. Her and OG agree to disagree. And then Tammy gets up and she's like, just gets up. I'm ready to go. Love you guys. Ooh, phone dying. Love you guys. Talk to you later. I see you later. And Jen is like, really? Why is you always leaving? Every time we come somewhere, you always up and leave. And she's like, everybody still be here and you always the one to leave. And so, I don't know. I think next episode, I really think that Tammy and Jen is going to end up having another conversation about their friendship because I don't think Tammy feels as though Jen is being a real friend to her. So we'll see in the next episode because Tammy got up and left. And I don't know if she was upset about anything because she seemed like she was having a good time, through the whole wig party. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I need to sit here and watch The Have and The Have Nots. And I will probably do a review on that within a few days. But I want you guys to have a wonderful night. If you got anything to say about this episode or what you think might happen in the next episode or anything about any of the cast, you can put it in the comments. And also, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video. And make sure you click on the bell so that you will be able to get all of my notifications when I go live. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night, and I'm out.